second position, Devon Smith in third position in terms of leading the run scoring. So, you know, it's two batting teams that are out there. And definitely we're looking to see, we've seen that the bowlers, they have been, you know, really coming into their own and owning the tournament. So can the batsmen really put on a good show for us today?
Yeah, we always willing to see the batsmen begin to come into their own. Johan Jeremiah, we know the strength that he has, Lyndon Lawrence, the power that he has, and really it would be nice to see the batsmen coming into their own, put some big scores.
I think a bad miss there by the fielder. That one rushed onto him. Couldn't really get his hands up in time and going straight through him as Pascal looking to build up some pace.
Yeah, short delivery really rushed into the body of Lawrence, and he was in and clipped it over backward square. And I think by the time his hand was up, that went really quickly down to the boundary for another 4.
And that's the power we're talking about from the likes of Lawrence. He really does hit the ball well, you know, good timing and real power. You have to be on point when he hits it to you. Again, another skillful delivery there by Pascal. Really looking forward. It's always good to see Neil and Pascal. He's a thinking bowler, somebody who is always willing to use his variations. And we've seen another one there where he just took the pace off, and Lawrence committing to coming down the track but was truly beaten.
Yeah, that's one of his strengths in terms of variation. He knew how to really use it, and Lawrence here was looking to come down and then had to check and just play it out on the onside, and he picked up another one.
Yeah, so Bayleaf Blasters, they have been putting on some really good scores. Good steady batting by the Smith brothers. Ginger Generals, maybe the highest total so far. Just a little bit too exuberant there, going a bit too wide outside there. But again, good thinking, trying to keep, you know, Jeremiah stretching, reaching for the delivery. So again, another variation from Pascal.
Yeah, he tried to bowl a slow delivery and probably just slipped off his hands and went wide of the off stump. His umpire, Peters, really had no choice.
Not a good delivery. That one pitched and straightened on him. Definitely, Pascal, I think he knows Jeremiah pretty well, and so this would be a really good contest between the two.
Yeah, Jeremiah, as we know, would have done very well in the previous tournament. Hasn't been able to come off as we expect him yet. So I think it's only a matter of time that the batsman would probably begin to get himself, you know, in line and really come off with some good scores.
And there he goes, cutting, and this one getting the inside edge and racing down to the boundary. And there was a short fine leg in place, but he couldn't get to it as it passed between him and the keeper. Boundary to Johan Jeremiah. First over completed. As we were asking that the batsmen come into their own, it's 15 without loss. They're going and motoring on.
Yeah, 15 without loss. French cut there by Jeremiah as he's looking to cut. Came off the edge between the leg stump and his body and went down to the boundary for 4. One of the things that we have been seeing consistently, field teams using the short fine leg. And it always has been a discussion. Why not use the long leg instead of the short fine leg? No, the long leg means that you are able to cut off probably a boundary, and also, well, you won't be able to stop a single, but at least cut off the boundary. If you had short fine, you very difficult to stop the boundary. And, you know, you had to be coming straight to you sometimes, even to stop the single. So it's a point of discussion, you know, but with the field at short fine line, he had no chance.
Well, it's going to be the new bowler, Kamal Hamilton. He would come in, as we've seen him in this tournament so far, come in to open the innings, looking to just restrict. He's been a pretty economical bowler so far. Has been, they're really putting pressure on his opponents and looking. I think today he's going to be looking to, really break the back of the Ginger Generals as early as possible.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't try to do too much, but just to put it there and there, but keep things tight and hoping that you're able to pick up early wicket.
Yeah.
Jeremiah goes, really good looking shot. And that was beautiful. He was able to just pierce that gap. You have a packed offside field, and he was able to get this one through. Good timing, good power, really excellent shot.
Yeah, a tremendous shot. He has reached in and really picked that gap really well between the cover and extra cover. And it went down to the boundary for 4. But you could see the placement was important. What makes that so possible is getting to the right to get into the pitch of the delivery.
Yeah, bit of sloppy work there by the fielder there at fine leg, short fine legger. Just bubbling that one a bit, and they were able to cross. Again, the shots and being able to play the ball along the ground. So far, we have not seen a maximum, but the score is 21, and that one played by Lawrence, a full toss, and just hitting it out over the infield, collecting 2. But as I was saying, we have not seen a maximum as yet, but the score has raced on to 21. The batsmen keeping the ball along the ground and still getting good value for their shots.
Yeah, it's so important that you pick the gaps and pick up the boundaries when it comes, but you can get a good score not having to hit maximums.
Again, Lawrence inside that one and whipping it over the man there at square leg. They cross for 2.
Yeah, Lawrence should be a little disappointed. He got a full toss outside there of some really richly deserved hit away. He didn't get the timing right. He picked up 2. And this one on his leg, again, didn't get hold of it and probably get it on full, but still wasn't able to get it down to the boundary.
This time he goes hard and flat, and that one was able to carry over the rope. So it's the first maximum of the innings. It's a power maximum coming off the bat of Lyndon Lawrence. A really cracking shot, I would put it. He was able to just reach that one and get under it. Nice and flat, and it went quickly.
Yeah, pitch up delivery that give him opportunity to free his arm. He got under it and hit it really powerfully over extra cover and went down to the boundary for power maximum. But again, Lawrence, as we know, hits the ball very hard, and so long as it's in his arc, he was able to really swing hard and picked up the first maximum of the inning after 2 overs, 31 without loss. Ginger General again after a good start.
Yeah, really good start again by the Ginger General. So we have the new bowler in Richard Rogers. Had a good outing last time we saw him.
Yeah, has bowled well, Rogers. Picked up, I think, 3 wickets in the last game, as White is being signaled. 3 wickets in the last match that he played. Does have the ability to really disguise leg spinner, and he has bowled well.
That one over the head of the man there at short third man, racing down to the boundary. So I think Rogers missing a trick there. Just a little bit wide, and Jeremiah flashing at it, getting the outside edge. Luckily for him, it went over the fielder's head.
Yeah, short delivery. I don't think it's there Jeremiah wanted to put it, but the result he got is what probably intended, just coming off the edge and flying over that short third man and down to the boundary.
Again, that one pitched right up. But what's important is that the batsmen, they're looking to play, good, proper cricket shots. They're hitting it with a bit of power, but they really get tactical in terms of how they approach it.
Hey, do it!
Fiery return there by the fielder. The batsman, really good positive running. They always wanted one, and they didn't hesitate. Jeremiah coming to the danger and was able to cross very easily. So good positive cricket by the Ginger Generals. They're really motoring on.
Yeah, good running by Jeremiah as he placed that ball nicely to mid-off. The timing really well, and was able to pick up a single. He's quickly move on to 19.
So again, good powerful shot by Lawrence, but the field well set by Devon Smith, and Rogers responding really well to the field that has been set, and so doing very well so far. So it's a really good approach by the Ginger Generals. You see them looking to rotate the strike. They're looking to use the power whenever they have that opportunity. It says that if they can set a good platform here, a total as they normally would do, well in excess of 100 would be on the cards.
Yeah, and you see scores above 100 being very challenging. So they would want to at least get up over 100.
Wonderful shot there by Jeremiah. Getting inside and sweeping that one. Slug sweep over square leg for a power hit cracking 4. So it went 1 bounce, power hit cracking 4. And they race on as the over comes to an end. They're racing on. They're 42 without loss. Again, a really good opening stand.
Yeah, good start by the Ginger Generals. And Jeremiah again just picking this one up maybe somewhere just about off stump and swinging it over that square leg region. He dropped 1 bounce if we go over the ropes for 4. And he continues really to push on. He's 23. Lyndon Lawrence is 16. Jeremiah 23 from just 10 deliveries. Lawrence 16 from 8. And they are 42 without loss after 3 overs.
Yeah, so we're going to see Kelshawn Andrew taking up the attack. Again, in the power play, he would need to be as tight as possible. It would be a really good deal for him, a big deal for him if he was able to break the partnership here. Again, we always want to point out that youngsters coming in. He's an under 19 player, and being able to play in this tournament and be able to be among the wickets is something good for him. Good delivery there by Andrew again. Just as we keep saying, it's really good to see how the youngsters can really, handle the pressure of the T10 tournament.
Yeah, and he could only improve from there. He could only learn playing in this tournament. That's a superb delivery. He really pitched and he bounced and he really left Lawrence. He was really beaten by a beautiful delivery.
Lawrence crashing that one. Good stop there by Devon Smith, being able to, really box it down. Had it gone past him, definitely it would have gone to the boundary.
Yeah, Lawrence actually crashed that one to the covers. The only unfortunate thing, he went straight to Smith, who really had to get down and probably get his body behind it quickly. Made a good stop, but he really hit that ball very hard, but was not able to pick the gap.
Again, another really good-looking strike there from Jeremiah. He's behaving like a surgeon out there, just looking, just to pierce this field. Really, really good, precise piercing by Jeremiah. Another 4, another power hit, cracking 4 by Jeremiah, looking in really good touch.
Yeah, actually, nobody moved, really hit this one square. I think, he got to the pitch of it and really hit it sweetly. To a backward point, just forward point there, and it rushed down to the boundary for 4. Fielder just had to trot and pick it up.
There he goes again, another powerful shot. The man was set out there, but he couldn't even get to the outfield really quick, and he was able to get that one far off that fielder out there at backward point. Another cracking 4. Another powered cracking 4 by Johan Jeremiah. Looking really good this innings.
So Jeremiah rushes to 31. Another good square drive for 4. The 50 is up 51. Still into the 4th over. Just 2 deliveries to go, but 2 really powerful shot played by Jeremiah.
Good positive cricket there again. It's really good to see the way the partnership has started. They came out looking positive from ball 1, and they motoring really well. A platform like this definitely tells you that 120, 130 is definitely on the cards.
Well, we have seen 64 in a power play yesterday, and one expected would have gone on. He just ended at 108.
Not a powerful shot by Lawrence. Lawrence really hitting them very hard. The fielder, it got to the fielder really quickly and was unable to control it. But as you were saying, I think credit goes to the bowlers of the tournament. I think all the teams, their bowling have been looking really spot on. They've been able to utilize the wicket and the wicket condition. I don't think that the wicket is playing as true as the strip that we saw for the first few days. But definitely there is something there that is helping the bowlers.
Yeah, I think, probably leading a little bit to the bowling. But it's not a difficult wicket to bat on. We have seen, particularly in the power plays, that the teams seemingly get off to a really good start. First 4 overs, a good start, and just seem not to be able to continue with the rest of the inning. And again, you can put that down to in terms of the bowlers, in terms of how they use the wicket. Maybe the ball is not coming on as it would with a new ball in the first 4 overs. So that probably will obviously cause them to slow down. Obviously, the field, can push players outside of the circle.
So a bit of sloppy work there by the veteran Pascal, just missing that one a bit. But we've seen the end of the power play. Now, how do they approach it? What would be the tactics from the batsman? It's really important. Beautiful shot there again by Lawrence, getting inside of that one and just lifting it over the man there at short third man. Short fine leg rather. It's fine. He's a bit wide, he's a bit square, but he was able to get that one past him. Another power aid cracking 4, and they're really looking good, the Ginger Generals.
Yeah, delivery slanting down the leg side, and Lawrence was on his, just putting that left leg down and swinging it over backward square. With no one there, it raced down to the boundary for 4.
Another powerful strike, and Lawrence is a man in form, and he's not holding back. The fielder is down there, but again, the power of the man is just so good that he's able to hit that one nice and straight, beating long on into the boundary. Another 4 as they race along. It's 63 without loss in over number 5. The Ginger Generals are racing.
Yeah, and again, we see the power of Lawrence being able to come back and clear the long on with his feeler just in long on, just a bit wide, but struck well for 4.
Again, a good, nice, powerful shot straight to the man there. He's really hitting it well, Lawrence. He's looking in good form, in good nick. We've seen him, with a nice score so far in the tournament. And definitely today a high score of 63 for Lawrence. The way he's going, he looks as he's set to surpass that.
Yeah, they would want to really build on this good opening stand of 64, still in the 5th over.
Jeremiah goes Straight to Pascal and taking a really easy catch. He made it look a little bit difficult, but in the end, he always had control of it. And the Ginger Generals, they lose their first wicket at 64. Johan Jeremiah goes.
Yes, not to the pitch of it, and just get it down to Pascal, who had a coming off the long on boundary. So really, it tells you that really he wasn't to the pitch of that delivery. And Pascal come in and take a catch, an easy catch. And the Ginger General knows losing their first wicket with the score 64 for 1 at the completion of the 5th over.
So good strike there by the Bayleaf Blasters. I think they would have loved to have that wicket a bit earlier, but the fact that they've gotten it and they got that breakthrough here now means that they can begin to really pull back the game from here.
Yeah, I think just Jeremiah having to reach for that delivery, and you could see him stretching and taking the bottom of the bat, and Pascal picking up that catch. So again, we are seeing good opening stand, 64 for 1 after 5 overs. It will be interesting to see what the end total will end up, but certainly is a good start.
Yeah, really good platform, good foundation set as we see Akim Dewar coming in. And again, he is another good striker of the cricket ball. So definitely the pressure will be on the Bayleaf Blasters. They cannot let up. They would have to continue to take wickets because as we know, the best way to restrict a team is to get wickets in this format.
So Rogers finishes his 2 overs. He have 1 for 21, a bit on the expensive side.
We're going to see a change also in the bowling. It's Belfon, left arm medium pacer, moving across the right-handed Lawrence. It will be a challenge for him. Looking at what he has to do is to continue to find the gaps, continue to rotate the strike. We know he hits it powerfully. So once Belfon is off target, definitely he would capitalize.
Bowling by. Bowling.
Good start there for Belfon, right up in the block hole. Lawrence just getting down on that one quickly and getting it to long on.
Yeah, not giving much room is Belfon first delivery, Yorker length delivery. Knowing that Lawrence really is looking to attack, looking to get room to swing that bat. That was well directed.
Not a really easy shot there by Dua. Just getting inside of that one and lifting it. That reminds me a bit of Carl Hooper or Marlon Samuels. The way he just got forward there and stroked it. You almost thought it would not have carried, but it went all the way over the boundary.
Yeah, good shot by Dua. And as you said, never look as though you'd have gone for 6. But timing was really well and cleared the mid-on.
Well done, mate.
So as we were saying, definitely the batsmen, they can get value for their shots out here. It's just a matter of staying at the wicket, putting down their heads and really batting well.
Yeah, they would really want to, with the start that they had, they would really want to press on and really get a good score.
Again, we see it a wicket off the short pitch delivery. That one just seemed to have sat up. Lawrence playing a bit too early, and somehow when the bowlers use the variations, they're just able to get that breakthrough.
Yeah, and the ball leaving him also, even though it was short and a slower delivery, it actually leaving him. And he was looking to pull again, looking to hit maybe somebody over long on. And just went up for an easy catch at mid-off. And again, with Lawrence leaving now 72 for 2, and after such a good start, you know, you'd be disappointed. They would be disappointed to lose the two batsmen that have been scoring freely.
Yeah, it's disappointing that they had to lose the two set batsmen so quickly. But again, it says that the bowlers they're up for the challenge. You know, they're willing to really do what it takes to get the wickets for their teams, and so they've responded really well so far.
So let's see if things will continue to slow down as it reached 72 for 2 and we're into the 6th over. I remember in the first 5 there was 64, 72 for 2.
Yo!
And Generals really don't want to capitalize on the start that they had.
So it's John L. Eugene at the crease. Again, we see another variation from Belfont, the slower delivery. Really, the bowlers are, I don't know, but I'm somehow just inclined to give them the credit because it's really good when you can see that, you know, on a good batting wicket, they can really, you know, use the variations, use their skill to help to restrict the batsmen. As we come to the end of the over, the Wild losing his bat there. Looking to put everything through that shot. The bat left, I think the connection he might have gotten, the bat seemed to have gotten a bit frightened.
Good over by Belfont. He just going for 9 in that first over. But again, you could see him, you know, as you said, Ronald, thinking almost every delivery that has been bowled and trying to keep the ball right up. So really not giving the batsman the room to swing the arm. But really, and picking up a wicket, important wicket of Lawrence in that over. Really has been a good over. 73 for 2 after 6 overs.
Yeah, so we continue to see how well the wicket is playing. It's good for batting, but the bowlers, they're really doing the bit in terms of trying to restrict the score. As we see Shaba Noel, I think he would be into the attack. That's number 9. And Shaba has been among the wickets in this tournament. And definitely we're looking forward. I think Devon would look for him to bring a breakthrough.
Bowling by ball.
Again, good start. Good start there by Noel. And I think this is the part where we want to see, you know, how the batsmen will adjust to the field being spread and the bowlers bringing some that added bit of pressure.
Yeah, and this is a challenging part. You know, you get off to a good start and then you come to the middle and you expect the batsman to push it around. Bowled again, hitting across this one that was Eugene, and it stayed down a bit, but you could see him looking to pull there and that just rushing into the stumps. As we look at the replay here, so it certainly probably wasn't a delivery that he should have been playing back to, but and what make it was he played across it, missed and crashed into the stump. So once again, 73 for 3, and Billy Blaster striking in quick succession, picking up those 3 wickets.
Yeah, a really ill advised shot there by Eugene. You know, looking to be back when that one, yes, it might have looked a bit short, and again, I give credit to the bowler. He had him in that zone where he couldn't determine whether he should be playing forward or back. In the end, he opted for the back foot shot and played across it, as you said, and he's out. But what is key here is that another breakthrough, the quick start and the bowlers again responding and looking to pull back the score.
And we have seen that happening maybe in most of the games. They come off a quick start, and then during the, you know, after the bowlers come back and really tighten things. So we into the 7th over, 73 for 3. Ginger Generals were asked to bat first by Bailey Blasters as Keon George. Pushed into the offside and pick up his first run.
Yeah, George coming out, he has quite a bit of time. You have some 3.3 overs remaining. It means that he can, you know, actually rotate and hopefully get the score closer to the 100 before he launches an attack to close off the innings. I think they need to have a plan in terms of how they're going to approach the next 3 overs.
Yeah, really important to have a plan for this T10 tournament. And you have the match goes on. You know, and this is where, come back to that.
Beautiful shot there by Dua. Again, showing the power that he has. Stood up a bit and he was able to rock back onto the back foot and still get the power to get it off over the ropes. A power hit maximum off the bat of Hakim Dua.
It was a powerful shot. The ball was not all that short and you could see it bouncing. But he was able to get enough power to hit it over wide long on. And a welcome 6 to Dua, who moves to 13. And their score 80 for 3, still in over number 7.
Again, that one bouncing a bit more than expected and racing past the keeper, who went up but couldn't really pull it in. And so it went down to the boundary for 4. Again, Noel extracting some bit of bounce.
Yeah, difficult for the keeper standing up, and you could see Noel just put some extra arm into this one, and it bounced over the keeper head, went down for 4 byes. Welcome boundaries, pushes the score on to 84.
Again, the war hitting powerful over the mid-wicket region, and that's gone for 6. So the Y is in that zone that says, hey, I'm not going to be holding back. We got to get over that 100 mark. And so he is helping his team. Another 6 to Hakim Dua. He moves on to 19.
That's a massive shot by Dua. Again, shortish ball, and he was really quickly, even though he didn't seem to move much, but you see the power, and he crashes it over mid-wicket for 6. It really has been a powerful shot.
Yeah, a really good shot. You could see the quick arms coming into play. He's looking at it. You look at the replay and you could actually see how his eyes were there on it, and really getting good connection. It's sped across the ropes. 6 more.
So it's a 90 for 3 after 7 overs, and this first over by Noel being hit for 2 sixes, which is going for 13. What really would give some momentum to the team, after losing just a few wickets just in the middle.
Mid go.
Again, trying to ensure that the field is well set. I think the bowlers, they have a plan and they're looking to, really execute on their plan. A bit of pressure on them. The score 90, 3 overs remaining.
Yeah.
Well, 2 after this one. So they would want to keep it under 100. Again, variation from Belfon, beating George there. Really good, smart delivery by Belfon. Not really giving George the room.
Yeah, well bowled by Belfon. Again, taking pace right up, and George was kind of early into the shot, and I think he was fortunate that it was kind of heading down the leg side as he was hit on the pad there.
Good hustling there by George, recognizing that it didn't go anywhere, but the keeper who left from behind the stump couldn't get onto it, and definitely a good result for them. It brings the hard-hitting Dua on strike, and maybe from here, he can really look to push that total to a score that would really put the Bayleaf Blasters under some pressure.
Yeah, you'd want Dua to be facing most of the deliveries. He's really striking well, but Belfon is bowling well. I mean, he's really varying his pace nicely, and that delivery, keeper was not able to stop cleanly. But you can see him really thinking as he runs in the bowl.
Again, I think the game plan from the Ginger Generals has to be runs, because Devon Smith, who is the third in terms of the leading scores, he's there, and we know that he is in a good rich vein of form, and so definitely they would want to get a score that will pose some challenge to him. That one beating the fielder down there. He had to run around, but he got to it, and it was just a bit of sloppy work there that causing it to go into the boundary. Belfont again using the change up really well. You know, that one going across the wall, but he was equal to it. Looking for two, and the fielder just missing it there. I think he was never in control. He was always off balance, and it goes into the boundary. Good, powerful shot, finding the gap. So Dua is really in a good place at this time, looking, you know, just executing really well, helping the Ginger Generals to 99 for 3. From here, what sort of total you think they may get?
Well, with 2 overs remain after this, I think they will be aiming to really try to get up to at least 120. As you see that shortage delivery hit down to cover for 4, and we see previous delivery misfield by Williams, just a bit slow in getting behind that delivery. But I would think they would be looking somewhere in the region of 120.
Go.
Again, you know, really good urgency there by Dua and George, looking to make sure that they get the Ginger Generals to a really respectable total so far, and the 100 comes up. So good going. 2 overs remaining. The 100 is up. From here, at this rate, if they were to continue at this rate, definitely they would be at 124. If they were able to get maybe a bit more impetus, because there is 7 wickets in hand, definitely we could have a score maybe in excess of 140.
Yeah, it would be tough going to get to 140, but I would think I would think that you know, get 120, they'll be happy to get 120, 125. But it's good to see that they have held their own to be, you know, 100 after 8 overs. As we see with the games past, you know, you get off to a good start and then you slow down and the bowlers come back. But so far they have been going. Good inning by Diwa. He's 27, and he has really shown that he can really strike the ball.
Right, I'm over.
27 from just 10 deliveries, and he really would want to go on for the next 2 overs.
Well, I can tell you, with the likes of Neil and Pascal now ready to bowl at him, he has a bit of work to do.
Wrong fucking end, boy. Yo, yeah.
Again, good hustle, good pressure by Dua, you know, really getting down there quickly, running the first one hard. It's academic, as we say. And so definitely you can see he's intent on getting maybe a score close to 140.
Yeah, good run in there by Dua. Ball was struck firmly, and really they had to hustle to get back for those 2 runs. And you can hear disappointment in Pascal, you know, but he would want to take most of the strike at this point.
Yeah, I think the Bay Leaf Blasters, they're feeling the pressure asserted onto them by the Ginger Generals. It's a good inning by the Ginger Generals so far. 102 with some 11 deliveries remaining. It says to them, and knowing that the wire is out there, it tells them that they need to be focused. That one is gone. That's gone. Slower delivery disappears.
Yeah, again, ball seemed to be slipping again. Pascal looking to use his variation. Slow delivery, full toss down the leg side, easy picking. And Diwa, in this sort of form that he's in, take full advantage. Hit it for another power maximum over backward square.
Yeah, really good shot, and that's what we're saying. You know, the more that he's in, if he continues like this, definitely they will have a total that they most definitely will be able to defend. And very good comeback there by Pascal. Good delivery, really good delivery. It shows the maturity of Pascal. It shows that Pascal is still, you know, really a bowler with a good head and understands what is needed. They were looking to really launch onto that one, getting it straight to the man there at mid-wicket, and he's out.
Well, he didn't have much room to play the shot. You know, he tried to play as late as possible in an effort to get under the ball, made it clear the mid-wicket. And he was not able to do that simply because he couldn't get that bat swing as necessary to do so. And again, credit to Pascal bringing the ball right up and make it difficult for him to get under. But only was able to hold out to mid-wicket. And really, it's a good wicket for the Bailey Blasters. The way that, he was playing, Diwa was playing, he was hitting the ball really well. I think they are happy now to see the back of him.
Yeah, definitely they will be happy. A bit of pressure eased. He was going great guns. Again, really important delivery as we see Samuel Charles in the wicket. Unable to really get onto that one. I think a badly lined delivery there by Pascal. Unfortunately, he was not able to, capitalize.
But the good thing is that he pitched it right up. So even though he was slanting down the leg side, again, not much room. And Charles looking to play through mid-wicket, made no contact, crashed into his pads.
Yeah, now he repeats the shot and now he gets it as, and so it's a repeat action, but on this time the bat wins.
Yeah, almost the same delivery, and he came off the edge and went fine. And with the fine leg in the circle, really you just have to beat that fielder, and another boundary.
Yeah, another powered cracking forward off the bat of Samuel Charles, and Pascal will want to close off this over really well. Good hustle, really good hustle. I think the Ginger Generals, they're really up for it. They're not hesitating. They're turning the ones into twos and really putting pressure onto the Bay Leaf Blasters. Bay Leaf Blasters need to really stay focused and respond well.
Well, there was always 2 runs there as he looked for the drive, went slowly down to what would have been a mid-on position. So long on had to come in off the fence, really, which would have given them enough time to get 2 runs. Charles didn't look as though he was looking for it. But, he had to be called by George. And they completed 2 runs easily. 114 for 4. We had 9 overs completed. And coming up this last over with George on 1 from 3 deliveries. Charles and Charles on 6 from 3 deliveries. They would be looking to take as much as they can from this last over.
Yeah, as we see Kelshawn Andrew. He would be the man closing off the innings. Again, I've seen him, and I've seen this is not the first time that Devon Smith has put him into that position, to close off an innings, and he so far has been doing it and doing it pretty well. So definitely the captain would have some confidence in him.
Yeah, he has been able to hold his own. He has done very well. Few games that he has played.
Good areas again, hitting some good areas, the batsman. Really a lot to the fact that it didn't travel to the keeper very quickly and were able to cross for the bye. But again, you just want to give kudos to the Ginger Generals. They're looking to capitalize on every delivery.
Yeah, and again, good bowling there by Andrew. Again, the ball leaving the left-handed George, looking for the big shot. With the keeper standing back, there. And again, it's communication between the batsmen, knowing that they will they are going to try to pick up everyone that is possible. So he was quickly down for that bye.
Again, Good shot there by Charles, just looking to get into that inside of that one and guiding it down to the third man. Now, the over so far by Andrew is really steady. It tells you that he understands what is needed, and to be a youngster at under 19 level and closing off an over and bowling so well, I think a lot has to go to the work that he has put in.
Oh, interesting. They pick up 2 by there. Again, George looking for the big shot. Again, not making contact and being able to pick up a bite. And Smith, they just looking to throw the wicket down and just pass the non-strikers and give them the opportunity of an overthrow. So they were able to pick up 2 runs, 118 for 4, and with 3 deliveries, Rondell, you still need 2 for 120.
Yeah, I guess the 140 I mentioned was just a little over-ambitious, but the way Dua was going, I think it definitely, had he been out, they would have been on the cards. Really good hustle there by Charles and George. They're not looking. Every ball so far they've looked to take a single. They don't intend on having any dot balls in the innings.
Yeah, well, again, it speaks to the quality of bowling by Andrew. He has been bowling very well, keeping the ball up, moving it away from the left-handed batsman in particular. Again, they was able to steal a bye. Nothing the keeper did wrong. But, good communication and, planning, so they know that they have enough time to get down for a bye, even though the ball is not being played by the bat.
Again, really good hustle by Charles and George, and putting the fielders under real pressure, and the fielders, in the haste to get it, he's unable to be balanced, and so they are able to cross. So it's really, really good planning by the 2 batsmen out there.
It's also good to see that you don't have to hit boundaries, but still end up with a pretty good score, because we haven't seen much boundaries last over or 2, but it's at 121 for 4.
So a leg by there, signaled by the umpire, and that ends the Ginger Generals innings. Getting to 122 for 4. A really good knock by the Ginger Generals. They got off to a good start. They lost a few quick wickets. The Bayleaf Blasters, they responded, they came at them, but George and Charles there just finishing off the innings. We saw Dua come in and play a brisk cameo that helped to launch them onto that 122. Do you think it's enough?
Well, it's runs on the board. I think it's a good challenging score. As I said before, we have seen 100 and just over 100 is creating a lot of problems. Has been challenging. 122, I think I would want to lean with that the batting team.
Well,
Bayleaf Blasters, you have to bat well to get up to that score.
Well, I can tell you definitely that the likes of Devon Smith, knowing that he's been in good form, Dennis Smith has been in good form. As I said, we have not seen much batting past Devon and Dennis Smith. So Ginger Generals will have to play well if they intend to win, because a score of 123 could be easy pickings for Smith in the form that he's in. But let's just go through quickly. We'll go through the scorecard for you, because I think the Generals, they did really well in terms of putting up a total of 122. We had Johan Jeremiah. He was the first to go. A brisk 32 from 14 deliveries, a strike rate of 228. They really helped the Ginger Generals to get off to a good start. Lyndon Lawrence, he chipped in with 30 from 18 deliveries, a strike rate of 166. Akim Dua came in, and again, a brisk cameo, 35 from 13 deliveries, 269.23 his strike rate. John L. Eugene had 1, Keon George 1, and Samuel Charles 9. Closing off the Ginger Generals innings, they did really well in terms of hustling between the wickets, giving them a total of 122 for 4. Bowling for the Bayleaf Blasters, Neelan Pascal, he had 2 overs for 29. Really took some stick from Akim Dua. Bowled really well, but unfortunately, they were in the form that he was in. Really capitalized on some of his bowling. So he got only 1 wicket, economy rate of 13. Kamal Hamilton, again, 1 over for 16 runs, bowling in the difficult power play. He was taken apart by Lawrence and Jeremiah. Richard Rogers, he had 2 overs for 21, picking up 1 wicket. Kelshon Andrew, 2 overs for 14, no wickets. Again, really good economy rate, some 7 coming off his 2 overs. If you look at the rate, 7 in each over, says that he bowled really well. Nyron Belfon, he had 2 overs, 17, 1 wicket. And Shaba Noel, 1 over, 13 runs, 1 wicket. So all in all, a good outing for the Ginger Generals. They really batted well. They got off to a flyer, yet still they were able to come and finish with a nice flurry at the end. And this is what you look for in T10.
Yeah, it's good to see that 64 after 5 overs, and the next 5 overs they was able to get some 58 runs in at 122 for 4.
So we have Shirice down on the field, and so we're going to go to her now. Shirice, all over to you.
With me is Akeem Dua of the Ginger Generals. Akeem, a powerful outing for you today. Tell us a little bit about how the wicket was playing and how that assisted in your run.
I think the wicket kind of still a little bit too paced. There's a few up and down, but all in all, when it's in good air, it come onto the bat well. So you just have to back yourself and play high percentage shots.
Okay, and we know that the Bayleaf Blasters, they're one of the teams that has a really strong batting lineup and some batting depth. How comfortable are you with the score of 122 runs, 123 to win against the Bayleaf Blasters?
I think runs on the board is always pressure. I know we batted fairly decent, so now we have to put in the hard yards with the bowling and bowl consistent areas and back ourselves in the field and execute the plan. So we should defend this.
Thank you very much, and all the best in your defense.
Thanks a lot.
Also with me is Nyron Belfon, one of the bowlers from the Bayleaf Blasters. Nyron, the past innings there were flurry.
It's a batting ground, so we bowlers know how to be very smart. Use your pace, slow balls, and hit your lengths.
Okay, and you were able to restrict the Ginger Generals to 122 runs. How gettable do you think the 123 was?
Well, I'm confident that my batsman can do it because we have a very strong batting lineup. I'm 100% sure we can get the runs.
Well, there you have it, a very confident sounding Belfon. All the best in your chase.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so there you heard it. Belfon really confident that they're going to be able to chase down the score. I can tell you it will take some batting. They have to consistently score 12.2 per over if they're going to get up to that 123 that is needed. We're going to take a break from here, and we'll be back with you with the run chase. Stay with us.
For when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Well, in what could only be described as an onslaught, the Ginger Generals have gotten to 122 for 4 in their allotted 10 overs with some really good batting and some more sensible running between the wickets at the climax of their innings. And now the reply is going to be on, because Devon Smith and the Bayleaf Blasters, the defending champions, really have a total ahead of them that they have not seen in the tournament so far. So they really want to get up to this. They need 123 runs to win. And the batsmen are at the wicket. Wavell Benjamin and Heron Campbell are at the wicket for the Bayleaf Blasters. And coming up from the River Road end, most definitely, we will see Nicholas Redhead. Nicholas Redhead, of course, express pace and one of the fastest bowlers on show here in the tournament. And really, with a wicket like this, he could generate some pace and we could see some serious problems for the Bayleaf Blasters. They would love that. All right, so the chase is on. 123 is the target. Let's go. Immediately, they're off the mark. And shy of the stumps at the non-strikers end. So the Bayleaf Blasters really need to put X the board early in this game if they want to make a match out of this, Rafael Crony.
Yeah, it calls for a sensible batting. It's not always just a big hit, but they really need to bat sensibly. 123 is obviously a challenge in total, as you said.
Can't pierce the infield, but an easy single nonetheless. So good rotation of the strike. Both batsmen getting a feel of the ball coming off of the wicket. A wicket that has been playing as true as you can really want, offering assistance for the bowlers and coming through the line for the batsmen.
Yes, I think it's a good wicket. Even though I've heard some of the players would have made mention that it's not as true as you want, but it's even for the bat and ball.
Redhead is way outside the off stump. Lucky to not be penalised for that one. It was marginal. And really the umpire could have gone in any direction, but decided that Redhead will not be penalised. So he's going to feel lucky about that.
Well, he's in best position to determine that. But the ball did swing. Even though when it passed him, it swung quite a long way, Well, it probably just pitched inside the mark and swung further.
This time he's making connection with it, but still can't pierce the infield. Real disappointment there from Wavell Benjamin. He wanted to maybe wait a little bit longer, a fraction of a second, and just open the face a little bit more and carve it through the offside, because there's some free acreage outside there.
Yeah, looking for too much power there. I think that was the problem there. He just had to, as you rightly said, be a little later and place it between that mid-off field and cover. It would have run to the boundary.
Backing away and giving him some self-room, manufacturing a shot that was never really there. They got one for it. Was always going to get one if he had stood his ground, because the umpire was going to signal wide, but instead he signaled leg bys.
But good bowling by Redhead, because he saw Benjamin looking to give himself room, and he followed him, and that ball hit him on the pad as he moved outside the leg stump to give himself room to hit on the offside, and they took a leg by in the process. But good bowling by Redhead.
This time he's hooking him. Danger here, danger here. Yes, a good catch being taken back with a square. And danger immediately for the Clove, for the Bayleaf Blasters. They've lost their first wicket with us 3 on the board.
Campbell, again, looking the hook, getting inside of it. It was not short enough, and he really probably tried to manufacture that shot. Maybe tried to get it over that backward square. It came off high off the bat and loft to that short, fine leg on squares position. And easy catch taken there by, seemed to be taking that catch. Davis, easy catch taken. And Bayleaf Blasters has lost their first wicket.
Well, the Bayleaf Blasters already been placed on the back foot, being pushed back just a little bit. by these Ginger Generals.
Left arm over the wicket, eh?
Dennis Smith
Big delivery still.
will be brought into the attack now.
Yeah, that's them.
It seems to be Dennis Smith can't pick up his number just yet, but in the meantime, yes, Dennis Smith is going to be coming in, and he's been in good form, Dennis Smith. He's been striking the ball very nice and cleanly, and no doubt he would really love to get among the runs today. The Bayleaf Blasters would need him to get off to a flyer and pick up some quick runs. In the meantime, Laurie Williams will come into the attack now for the Ginger Generals.
Yeah, Smith had a very good inning. First match he played with Devon Smith, played very well. Williams, left arm bowler, also challenging, takes pace off.
So every column has one. One for Benjamin, one for Campbell, he's gone, one for the extras, one in the wicket. If you're a betting man, that might just be a sign, they say. I am not a betting man. Are you a betting man, Crony?
No, I'm not. Certainly not.
Okay. So a good contest ahead of us here. The Bayleaf Blasters, sitting at the top of the table, would really love to stamp some more authority. They would love to get to these runs. This one is up in the air. It's danger here again. A man is crouching, running under it. He takes, oh no, just bubbles out of his hand. Really was a good effort, but really should have taken it. He got there, and the ball was whipped away into the onside. And what should have been an easy catch turned in to 2 runs.
Yeah, what was a bad effort, I thought, because he got there. He was slow to get off the mark in the first case, but he came in and really should have got there and just dropped in front of him, got both hands straight.
This time Benjamin is playing a more sensible stroke, getting on top of it and pushing it into the offside. Can't pierce the inner ring, but still picks up a single.
Let's hope that that catch is not proven. Yeah, not much room given there. Larry Williams keeping it very close to the batsman Dennis Smith. He was looking to hit square and not having the room.
He's cramped him for more room, and just the single as the ball trickles onto the fine leg. A short fine leg is in play. That looks like redhead, and danger being averted there for Smith. He's living dangerously here.
Yeah, looking again to go on his back foot, and that ball very close to him and came in the left hander, came into Smith, and just getting it down behind the keeper for 1.
So picking up ones, they would need a whole lot more than these singles. They've already gotten to 7 for 1 after the end of 2. Still a further 115 runs needed and 8 overs to get there. So the current run rate really distance between the current run rate and what is required. What is required is 14, just over 14 runs per over.
Yeah, good tight over by Williams, keeping it very tight, being close, very, very close to the batsman, not giving them room to free their arms. Good start, 8 for 1 in 2 overs. And Junior Generals really making it difficult, keeping the pressure on.
Current strike rate sitting at 4. And Redhead will try and wrap up his allotted 2 overs. He's gone for just 2, picking up 1 wicket in his first over already. This time he's being tugged into the onside, But only to mid-on. Cannot beat the field at mid-on. And Wavell Benjamin just takes his time and moves on to 6. I'd like to welcome back Clyde Rondell John. Has so many names, keep on forgetting which one I should call him first. I'll just choose one. This time Smith is cramped for room again, trying to put this one just square of the wicket, but he was beaten for pace.
Yeah, I think Smith feeling that he missed out there. Just instead of trying to really hit it, he could have just gotten into the line of that one. It was a pacey delivery and lifted it. The man down at the fine leg region, he's up in the circle. Once it beats him, definitely he has a boundary.
This time Smith latches onto it clearly, cleanly, and with surgical precision beats the inner field and the outer field. There are lots of fielders there, and he went through that there with an X-Acto blade and crashing into the boundary. And another powerful, cracking power 8-4.
Yeah, what was good about that, he recognized that it was a bit slow and he had to wait a little while and ensure that he waited to pierce that gap. And really good shot by Smith.
Went just out to the point boundary for 4. So Dennis Smith has middled. This time he whips this one off the pads. It can go all the way for 6. Yes, it does. That's a glorious shot. Whipping it off the hip, and it went all the way for a power 8 maximum. Dennis Smith has struck form.
Yeah, again, he recognizing now he was more prepared for this one. I think the short ball by Redhead, he just got inside of it as he rehearsed earlier and just whipping it over the boundary. 6 runs, a beautiful shot. Really says that he's in good nick, he's in good timing, and he's willing to get his team to chase down that 122.
Well, the field is up, the inner ring is there, and the Redhead comes. Redhead is penalized. The shot we were speaking of a short while ago will show you that the field is up, the inner ring, of course, we're inside the power play. And Redhead looking dejected, walking back to his mark. Will want to make some adjustments to his line and his length. He's drifting down the leg side. This one beats the keeper as well. It will crash into the ropes now for 4. And 4 wides. So it's all happening here. And much to the approval of the Bay Leaf Blasters, because they would love these runs, knowing that it comes anyhow it comes. It doesn't necessarily have to come off the bat. But 4 buys, 4 is 4.
Yeah, Redhead trying a slower delivery there. Badly lined. I think his body was never in position to really get that one on target. And the keeper really not being able to gather cleanly and giving up some 4 runs.
25 for 1. We're still inside over number 3. Smith getting onto this one, but not as cleanly as he would like. Maybe just holding up on him just a little bit this time, and turns it into the onside. There's a gap between mid-on and mid-wicket, but couldn't beat the field, and just the 1 run coming off of it. So yeah, the inner circle is there, and no one is out on the boundary in front of the batsman. The only 2 out on the boundary is a man down on the 3rd man boundary and a man lurking on the point boundary. Cover point, really. And that's the end of the over. At the end of over number 3, the Bay Leaf Blasters are 26 for 1, with Wavell Benjamin there on 6 and Dennis Smith, who has rushed on to 12 after 6 deliveries. 26 for 1 in search of 121.
Yeah, 26 for 1 represented a good steady start by the Bay Leaf Blasters. They will want to make sure that they don't lose further wickets, because as we keep saying, wickets is the best way to really peg a team back in this format. And so if they lose wickets too quickly, I think that is going to put pressure on them. So this pair would want to make sure that they close off the power play well and set a good foundation for the batsmen to come.
So the new bowler heading in now for the Bay Leaf, for their Ginger Generals, Laurie Williams, still operating, and this time Smith is driving hard but firmly and straight to the field at cover. Can't beat him.
Again, we see Williams using quite a bit of variation. That one, Smith had to reach for it. It pitched and was going further away. Smith was committed to the shot and really couldn't hold back.
This time Smith is beaten again, wrapping him high on the pad. And the batsman would cross for 1. Got something onto it.
Yeah, I keep saying how well the bowlers have bowled, and you look at Williams again. Instead of getting that one going away, it came back at Smith and cramped him a bit for room. So really good, sensible bowling out there. They will need to continue this.
This time he balloons one up in the air. Could be danger here. No, it lands safely over the head of the wicketkeeper. It went, and 4 runs. Another power aid, cracking 4, just coming off the top of the bat, being beaten for pace, really.
Yeah, really lucky there to get that one over the head of the keeper. Didn't really get onto it as he should, but the result is something that the Bay Leaf Blasters will welcome. It gave them another 4 to their total.
$31 for 1. But this time he latches onto it. Danger here. Good take. That's an awesome catch. Oh, it was an awesome catch. Probably the catch of the tournament to this point. I mean, he lunged at it with just one hand, an outstretched hand, and boy, did it stick. He was operating with Velcro.
Really good catch there by Adel Beggs. I think he is suited for this. This is not the first time that he's taken an outstanding catch. Really good wicket. It was really traveling away from him. He's left his position, and if we look at it here, this is an awesome catch. Full length, one-handed. There he goes. Whoa, Superman is here.
I mean, he just good anticipation, marked his territory and leapt in just the right time and was able to get one hand onto it and more stuck more than anything else, really. But nonetheless, that's the wicket down, and the wicket of Wavell Benjamin. Wavell Benjamin is gone. Harold Campbell is gone. The opening pair is gone for the Bay Leaf Blasters, and now the dynamic duo of Smiths are into the wicket, because here comes the captain, Devon Smith. He's coming there to join his nephew, Dennis Smith, who is there on 13. The Bay Leaf Blasters are 31 for 2.
Yeah, really important strike there by Laurie Williams, getting that wicket of the batsman there, and definitely, as I keep saying, a lot will hinge on this partnership. They have really done well for the Bay Leaf Blasters. The Ginger Generals will need to really separate these two if they're going to get any sniff of victory here today.
Devon Smith is batting like a man possessed with form. He's really turned on the heat, especially when his team needs him. The team needs him now more than ever. He needs to play an awesome knock, and nothing short of awesome is what his team will need to get over this hurdle here this afternoon. He has a high score of 65 in this tournament, and an average of just over 43.8, so he would really like to get past his individual high score in this tournament here if his Bay Leaf Blasters are to have a chance or a whiffed at victory.
Yeah, and it means that the Ginger General must be prepared. They gotta be like generals and really marshal themselves out there.
Immediately, Smith is guiding it down to a point and just one. So he feels the pace of the wicket very early. Just guiding it down gently.
A lot of chatter out there. I think the generals, they feel a sniff, and if they continue like this, it means that they are going to bring home the bacon today.
Trying to whip it off the pads, but nothing there. Good power play by the fielding team this time, the Ginger Generals, because inside these 4 overs with the restrictions, they have restricted the Bayleaf Blasters to 32 for 2.
Yeah, really good going by the Generals. I think a lot has gone into this power play. They stuck to their plans. Definitely, you could see that they had some plans, in terms of their variations, in terms of where they would pitch the deliveries. You saw Redhead bowling well, bowling fast. It's unfortunate that he might have gotten a little bit of stick, but right there you can see that they know what they're about.
Well, Davis Charles has been brought into the attack for the Ginger Generals. Davis Charles, no doubt, would really love to get himself in the action in the wickets column. In the tournament, he's only had 1 wicket so far, just 1 for 7. He would really love to change that and bring those numbers up, get the wickets column a little bit more active.
Yeah, he would need to put some pressure here on Devon Smith. Dot balls here is going to really add pressure, and so the more they can have, it would be better for the Ginger Generals.
Smith was looking to go. There's some danger here now. There's some mix-up at the wicket. The throw goes in down to the non-striker's end. Devon Smith really didn't look as if he was interested in running. I think he really saw the candy from Davis Charles and really wanted to have some more of him. But he was called, and he was scampering down quickly to get to the other end just for the single.
Yeah, good. A bit of miscommunication. I don't think Smith was really ready to run. The position he was in after playing the shot might have put him under a bit of pressure. But then he's seen an opportunity to get through for a single. He took it. The run in between the wickets will be important. You do not want to have dot balls, and I think Dennis Smith has that in his mind, and so would take every opportunity to make sure that they rotate the strike.
Well, in a match that they played earlier on in the tournament, I remember both Devon Smith and Dennis Smith really operating like sprinters between the wicket and picking up in excess of 15 singles in a short space of time, turning a lot of 1s into 2s. So they are capable of doing that and rotating the strike and milking these singles, picking up these 1s and 2s. They're very much capable of doing that. Charles is into Dennis, and Dennis is out going with him. There's a man settling on that. He will take the catch, but he will go into the boundary with it, and that will mean it goes all the way for a power 8 maximum. So just clearing the man perched on the boundary down there. And Dennis Smith, lucky, just going through his hands, but was always 6.
Yeah, valiant effort by Duard to pull it in, maybe just missing.
Yes, Boons. Oh, yes, Boons.
Yeah, I think he's just missing his balance there. Looking to just haul it back in instead of really trying to take the catch.
Carving it through the offside, and just 1. So Dennis gets another one, and Devon moves into strike. 40 for 2. The Smith pair is at the wicket, so we will have to call them by their first names. Dennis is right-handed, Devon is left-handed. There's a shout for a catch. Devon Smith could be in trouble here, but it lands just in front of Nicholas Redder down on the mid-on boundary and just one. So Devon Smith really didn't latch onto it the way he wanted to, and boy, his heart was dropping for a minute there.
Yeah, I think he recognized the trajectory. I don't think he was really much worried. He knew he didn't get good connection onto it.
That's it, Boons!
This time Dennis is driving, same region, but this time all along the ground, saying, Devon, this is how you do it, along the carpet.
Yeah, good shot there by Dennis Smith. Hit really powerfully though. It got to Redhead. I think maybe a little less powerful might have given them two, but it went so quickly to Redhead that he was able to latch onto it and make a good clean pickup and avoiding the 2 runs.
The Bay Leaf Blasters have moved to 42 for 2 at the end of 5. A further 81 runs required and just 30 deliveries to get it. The strike rate now balloons to 16.20 runs per over, and that means more trouble for the Bay Leaf Blasters. They're currently operating at just about half of that, 8, just over 8, and they would love to get up to a minimum of 16. In the meantime, a change in the bowling for the Ginger Generals. The captain, Johan Jeremiah, inserts himself into the attack. It's not just wide, it's wayward.
Yeah, I think the plan here is to really get Dennis Smith playing away from the body a bit.
This time Smith is turning him and playing well and just whipping him off the hip for 4 runs down to backward a square. Well, maybe not backward a square, maybe just a sort of wideish square leg. But nonetheless, a power 8 cracking 4 was a nice shot.
Yeah, excellent shot there. Looking to, throw the bowler off his game, looking to go wide. If he's wide, Smith was ready, but on this one, he got into it and was able to use the pace and the line that Jeremiah bowled, lifting it over the man in, and got a good result. Now the man goes back.
Quick single. Score now moves on to 47 for 2. Johan Jeremiah will see the captain of the Bay Leaf Blasters down on the other end, Devon Smith. And Smith is onto it quickly and slaps it with disdain through square leg all the way out to the boundary for 4. Another power 8 cracking 4, this time from Devon Smith, who was into position quickly and made no mistake about it.
Excellent shot there by Smith, recognizing Jeremiah a bit short and just swiveled onto it, turning in directly into the gap. He was in full control of that one, no mistakes. A power 8 4.
Surely he's going to be penalized. So Johan Jeremiah having some difficulty in maintaining a good line and length. And Devon Smith deliberately, I think, just opening the face and guiding this one down to third man. He picks up another boundary, another power 8 cracking 4. Devon Smith rolls on to 11. Dennis Smith is there with him on 26, 57 for 2.
Yeah, good fortuitous edge there by Smith, beating the keeper, beating the man there at third man, who was 3/4 of the way up, and good results for the Bay Leaf Blasters.
So it's just a single. Smith was beaten for pace and bounce there from the spinner. Was really trying to tug it through the onside. That rolls out into the offside, and they just a man that extra cover who does the tidying work in just one.
Yeah, good going so far by Jeremiah. Though he has gone for some 16 runs, but has, really put some pressure on the batsmen.
This time he's over the infield. This is Dennis Smith. This could spell trouble here. And the catch is easily taken. So Dennis Smith, in all sorts of confusion, goes. And the Bayleaf Blasters are in some serious trouble. It's a wide ball. He should have left it, really. And he begged to get out by it. And out he was.
Yeah, definitely deployed by the Ginger Generals. They knew Smith is going to go after it. At this rate, you can't really let the dot balls go. But that one, had he left it, would have been a wide. He got way out there, couldn't really get the control that he needed to get it over the boundary. And just picking out the man there at what we would consider to be a wide cover. And so he is out. A good blow for the Ginger Generals. If they're going to restrict the Bayleaf Blasters, they have to continue to take wickets.
More importantly, when the catches come, they've got to take it. Catches win matches. So Johan Jeremiah going for 16 off his first over, but to his bowling, picking up the wicket of Dennis Smith. Dennis Smith, who was there looking dangerous on 26, departs. And now Shaba Noel joins his captain, Devon Smith. A lot resting on the shoulders of this pair, really.
Yeah, a lot resting on Devon Smith and Shaba, who we know bowls well, but also we saw a good cameo from him. So he's capable of hitting it.
Davis Charles is having a good time so far. This time Devon Smith can't beat square leg. I think he was trying to do a whole lot more than playing it just a square leg. This time he holds on. Yes, he holds on to it this time. And boy, did it get the whack all the way down near to the Stone Hill signboard. And a power aid maximum 6 runs. So Devon Smith picking up 6 runs, coming off a little bit high off the bat. Didn't get it to the full meat, but 6 is 6, no matter how you get it.
Yeah, Smith, really powerful striker.
This time he goes again, still can't beat mid-wicket. Just the one, they cross quickly.
Good going there by the Ginger Generals. Good commitment from the fielders. Really, if they're going to get across the line, you need a lot of that.
Davis Charles has kept it really tight. He's bowled him. He's bowled him. He's been bowled all over. He's in all sorts of confusion. And those stumps were pillaged and plundered. And Shaba Noel, who just came to the wicket, goes back to the hut. It's another fruit of dismissal. And dejection, yes, he was comprehensively beaten. And the timber went crashing to the ground.
Yeah, I think Noel looking for that one to leave him, and instead it was the googly coming back into him, and I think he was beaten comprehensively as Davis takes a break. He seemed to have drunk something there. But really excellent going by the Ginger Generals, really putting the Bayleaf Blasters under a bit of pressure.
Davis Charles picking up wickets, and no doubt he would be very elated about that. In the meantime, the Bayleaf Blasters now would have their hopes set depending on Kamal Hamilton, who comes out to join Devon Smith, his captain, who is comfortably poised, leaning on his bat, waiting, hoping that he can make something of this. He needs a real high score if he has to see the Bayleaf Blasters home.
Oh, well done, Boons! By thy love in that Boone, eh?
Straight back to the fielder. Can't beat Davis. And Davis wraps up his spell. His 2 overs going for 17 runs. And picking up wickets.
Yeah.
The wicket of Shaba Noel, comprehensively bowled. And Hamilton and Smith having a conversation. What do you think that conversation could be now?
Well, I think the conversation has to be what's your approach? How are we going to take it? Because
that might be so, but what do you think the conversation is?
I think the conversation is you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta strike. When you look at what is happening at this stage, the Ginger Generals, they were some 90 for 3. And so they were able to get to 122. Now it's important at this very stage that some momentum goes into this innings.
All right, well, they're looking for momentum. They will have to get it from Devon Smith. Akel Adel Beggs is going to be operating from the Dabo end. And Smith not seeming to be in any hurry, just surveying the territory, and checking to see who is where and what.
Again, a really important over here by Beggs because Redhead has bowled some 2 overs already, so they don't have him in the back end. So Beggs needs to be really tight here.
The shot is catch, but really didn't hold on to it as he wanted to. And just a single for Devon Smith. And Hamilton, the tall, lanky figure of Kamal Hamilton, comes into play. Never really seen him gotten off with a bat just yet. He has been having some solitary scores. That's Hamilton.
Yeah, he hasn't really had much of an opportunity to strike, and so this would be a very important knock for him.
The shot is catch, but just one to a deepish, whitish third man. Hamilton, he has a high score of 9 in this tournament. He would really love to get way past that.
Yeah, he will need to go past 9. Or what you notice is that if there is a dot ball or anything other than a boundary, the scoring rate goes up. So they have to be mindful of that.
Smith is on to it in a flash, but is he going to beat the fielder outside there at a wideish mid-wicket? No, he can't. So just the one. And the current rate now stands at just over 9 runs and over. But more importantly, the asking rate has ballooned to 22.
Yeah, and really good over by Beggs so far. I think he is keeping the pressure, ensuring that that run rate is lifted. And so Smith has to climb that mountain now.
Good shot again. Just the one. The equation seems more and more impossible. 55 from 14. Is Devon Smith going to really try and go after this, or is he going to just use the opportunity to get a good knock? Akel Adel Beggs continues to keep him in check. Devon Smith was really looking to go after it, but Beggs has placed him on hold.
Yeah, good delivery by Beggs. I think he's really up to the challenge. You can see it in the way he's walking after taking that brilliant catch. I think he has some vigor about him and is really into his work.
And after being placed on hold, he has come back with a good delivery. He begs the umpire, profusely begging the umpire, living up to his name. And the umpire is not buying what he is selling.
Again, a really good delivery. I think Beggs is really up for this challenge. A delivery that pitches and just comes back, and a good decision by the umpire. That one came back at Smith, and though he was on the back foot, it seems like it might have slid down the leg side. So good decision. But Beggs really bowling very well for the Ginger Generals.
70 for 4. So just 2 overs remaining, and the Bay Leaf Blasters in desperate search of a further 53, and they've got only 12 deliveries to get there. So unless we see something really spectacular from Devon Smith, the Bay Leaf Blasters will probably go down this evening. The asking rate has skyrocketed to 26.5 per over.
Yeah, well, definitely we would have to see something spectacular. It may be a record-breaking event if they were to get off, because 12-6 would give you 72.
Right, okay.
We end up with 12 sixes here. That then the Dream 11 Spice Isle Tea tournament will have record viewership after that. Surely this will be 4. Swept with power all the way down to fine leg. 4, another power 8 cracking 4 into the advertising board.
Yes, Smith just capitalizing on a badly lined delivery by Jeremiah. And Jeremiah now would put himself under a bit of pressure to try and close off, the over well.
Walk with me, thank you.
Smith slaps him again through the onside, and it goes all the way for 4, beating the fielder down there, who made a really serious dive, almost like going into a swimming pool, but couldn't stop the inevitable. It was always 4, firmly struck by Devon Smith.
Yeah, Redhead, I think, was late in getting across there, and Smith hitting it with some power and really couldn't gather.
This time Smith is going. Eugene is outside there on the mid-wicket boundary, and it goes all the way through him for another 4, cracking 4 into the power 8 billboard. A power 8 cracking 4, appropriately so.
Yeah, power 8 he shot it with power, and Eugene coming across couldn't gather. I think they are a bit slow off the mark. They have to remember Devon Smith is a powerful striker of the ball. He had everything there, and it just went through him. Again, a bit of pressure.
The extras continue to pile up. Devon Smith still has a further 3 deliveries remaining in this over. Already 12 runs coming off of the over, and the 2 wides, that makes it 14. And this time he goes all the way. This one is gone. This one has disappeared into the shadows. 6 runs, a power 8 smashing maximum, and Devon Smith is batting like a man possessed.
Again, and we're looking, and he's willing. He's really, I think he's up for that challenge, and you see it from the shots that he's been hitting. This one gone way over the boundary, maybe outside of the stadium too, because he really latched onto it and got really good connection, good value for his shot. Jeremiah under pressure.
Oh, Devon Smith fancies himself getting a whole lot of runs here. He has moved on to 39 in quick time. 18 deliveries he has faced for his 39, and he still has 2 deliveries remaining in this over.
Yeah, he will need to close off this over. It has cost him some 19 runs so far, so definitely he's under pressure. 25 needed in the remaining ball over, and 2 balls, but wow. 25.5 per over.
25.5 per over, but still with 2 deliveries remaining in this over, that could either go up or go down. 25.5 per over, and the current rate just under 10.5. So some adjustments being made here by both the captain And the bowler, the captain and the wicket keeper, sorry, both Johan Jeremiah and the wicket keeper, that looks like Samuel Charles, trying to plug some gaps for an informed Devon Smith. Another wide again. So
Jerry, that is a bad ball, please. That is a bad ball.
Yeah, the pressure is on.
captain to captain. No ball, and Jeremiah is hemorrhaging from the River Road end as Devon Smith latches onto it quickly and couldn't get the maximum, but a no ball, so that means a free hit.
You're doing well. That's all. That's all you need to do, buddy.
Yeah, bad time for a free hit. This game has some real pressure in it. Definitely, it's going to go somewhere. Somebody has to take advantage here now. Jeremiah, experienced, but is under pressure because the even more experienced Devon Smith is there.
Still 2 deliveries remaining in this over. And Smith goes with him. It goes into the boundary. 4 more. Power 8 cracking 4. And yes, is Johan Jeremiah hemorrhaging from the River Road end because runs are coming and they're coming quick, fast and in a hurry. Devon Smith has rushed on to 43.
Yeah, 43, and that has changed the dynamics greatly. Some 28 needed from 7 deliveries, and I think as long as Devon Smith is out there, it is possible that the Bayleaf Blasters could bring home the bacon.
What seemed impossible
Composure, buddy. Composure.
6 deliveries ago seems more possible now. So just the 1 coming off the final delivery. Devon Smith wouldn't mind that. He holds on to the strike. Hamilton wouldn't mind that either. He holds on the non-strikers end, there to just support his captain for the advent of running 2s. So 31 coming off the last 14 deliveries. And that's some good striking of the ball there. Last over coming up. 27 runs needed. Devon Smith is on strike. And the Bayleaf Blasters are 96 for 4. Bayleaf Blasters with a call. Who are they going to call upon now? It seems as though they're holding on with, this looks like Adel Beggs. Yes, so they've gone to Adel Beggs to bowl the final over of this innings. And Beggs sees the relaxed, perched figure of Devon Smith waiting down on the next end for him.
Drama.
Almost like nothing is bothering him. He's totally undisturbed. They're highly focused.
A lot of suspense here, Jason.
And Smith advances down the wicket and unwillingly takes the single. Hamilton was rushing down at him and Smith really didn't want to take the single, but he decided to preserve the wicket because had he decided to send back Hamilton, Hamilton was going to be in all sorts of trouble. So Hamilton now has one job. Get a single and get Devon Smith back on strike. Either that or hit Beggs for 6. He's going, it wouldn't go for 6, just 1. And Smith is comfortable just taking the 1. So 4 deliveries remaining and 25 runs needed. So Devon Smith is on strike. And outside there, very little words been spoken. The tension is serious outside there. You can cut it with a knife. This time Smith is going and going, can't beat the fielder who is there. That's Redded down at mid-on. And so just one. And now the possibilities have moved to impossibilities. They've transitioned to impossibilities because 24 needed off 3 and Hamilton is on strike. Just the one.
Easy, don't pet, don't worry. Don't stress it, big man. You got you.
So with 2 deliveries remaining, the Bay Leaf Blasters have gotten to an even 100. They're 100 for 4, but that is not important. What's important is that they require 23 of the last 2 deliveries if they are to win. And they would require a miracle or 3. So the ploy by Devon Smith worked partially. Wide ball. Adel Beggs not under real pressure. All he needs to do is just bowl wicket to wicket, really. Don't care if you're smacked for 6 because 2 sixes are 12. Just bowl wicket to wicket and hope for the best. Don't try to do too much.
Yeah,
just get it up.
I think he has done exactly what is needed so far.
And Devon Smith has waved the proverbial white flag, so to speak, just opening the face and gently guiding it out into the offside for a single. So he has waved the proverbial white flag. He has gotten to 47. And last delivery. Last wicket going down because Hamilton is caught at the wicket for 4. He got an inside edge onto it, and that's the story. The Bay Leaf Blasters going down, the defending champions, going down in this midway through the tournament. The Spice Isle Dream 11 and the Ginger Generals having the better of the Bay Leaf Blasters. The Ginger Generals have really been having a tough time at the start of the season, but they win today by 20 runs, defeating the Bay Leaf Blasters, so that would be a good thing for them. They started winning yesterday, and winning is a habit.
Yeah, really good win for the Ginger Generals. They did what it required, what was required of them. They did it. They came out, really blasted their way through the power play. A bit of impetus by Dua coming in towards the back end of their innings, you know, and really that put them in a position where they were able to get well in excess of 100, 122 in total. It would have taken a really demeaning Devon Smith and maybe someone else, but no one else was there to really help him out, with the exception of Dennis Smith, who got 26. I think he was always under pressure. And so the Bay Leaf Blasters, they were not able to really build the momentum. Some good overs in between by the Ginger Generals really put a stranglehold on the Bay Leaf Blasters innings, and I think they deserve the victory that they have.
Yeah, they played really well. I mean, they have been known for getting some good totals on the board, and today wasn't any different. They came out with some good firepower and was able to get a high 120, and it was proven too much for the Bay Leaf Blasters. So really good contest between the bat and the ball that we've seen. This was a really exciting game. For a while there, you thought that the Bay Leaf Blasters could really do it, but a big over there by Adel Beggs. I think today is his day. Took a really outstanding catch in the field, and coming back and bowling some 2 overs for 10 runs and picking up 1 wicket. That's really outstanding. Yeah, well, he was really having a good day. On the other end, Johan Jeremiah, his captain, was hemorrhaging really. He went for 42 of his 2 and just picking up the 1 wicket, the wicket of Dennis Smith. He was caught by the substitute down at the mid-on boundary, And that's the only wicket he really picked up, Johan Jeremiah. But he was thrashed all about the ground for 42. Other bowling figures, Nicholas Reddit went for 20, picking up 1 wicket, the wicket of Heron Campbell. Laurie Williams, he went for 11, picking up 1 wicket. And Davis Charles, yes, he picked up 1 for 17. That's Shaba Noel. So other than that, everything really turned out to be even Steven in the bowling department for the Ginger Generals. In the batting card, of course, Devon Smith really tried his best. He was not out on 47, surrendered, basically threw in the white flag just about with 1 or 2 deliveries remaining. Dennis Smith was really there attacking with him until he was caught. He scored 26, and everyone else other than that, well, nothing really to write home about. Wavell Benjamin disappointingly caught by Beggs, but brilliantly caught by Beggs. He was disappointed for 10, and Heron Campbell went for 1. Naught for Shaba Noel, and 4 for Kamal Hamilton, who was caught off the last delivery of an inside edge of Beggs. So that's the story, really, and that's what the cards look like. The Ginger Generals having the better of the defending champions by 20 runs, and it's time for us to get ready to head on downstairs. Just before we do that, let's see what's happening tomorrow, God's will, on May 7th, day number 8, match day number 8. The Nutmeg Warriors will come up against the Ginger Generals. The Ginger Generals really on a high now because they defeated the Cinnamon Pacers yesterday. They defeated the Bay Leaf Blasters earlier on, just a few minutes ago, and now they're going up against the Nutmeg Warriors first thing tomorrow at noon. And then, of course, the Saffron Strikers will go up against the Cinnamon Pacers. So the real match to look forward to is match number 1 on day number 8 tomorrow, the Ginger Generals and the Nutmeg Warriors.
Yeah, 2 teams that seem to have gathered some momentum. Nutmeg Warriors very clinical in terms of their bowling performance today. So it means that if once they continue to get it right, they could be a big threat to the Ginger Generals. Ginger Generals, their batting is somehow clicking, you know, and they're really getting into their work. And so it makes for a really good, interesting game.
You made mention of the Ginger Generals getting their batting clicking, and also the Nutmeg Warriors, they boast of a really good, powerful batting lineup, and it's on paper as well. And today we saw them in action. So what could be a flurry of runs tomorrow, God's will? We're going to be looking forward to that more than anything else, really.
Yeah, definitely we're going to be looking forward to that. A really interesting encounter. I think looking at it says again, the team that is able to hold their nerve and do the basics correct, execute their plans well, is going to come out on top.
All right, well, let's get ready to go downstairs now because the presentation ceremony of this game is about to happen, and Sharice is down there. Sharice, good afternoon. It's yours. Take it. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. At the end of match 14, we saw the Ginger Generals getting the better of the Bay Leaf Blasters, and now we move swiftly into the Powerade presentation ceremony. The Powerade most economical bowler after today's match goes to Adel Beggs of Ginger Generals. He bowled 2 overs for 10 runs and picked up 1 wicket, an economy rate of 5. The next presentation goes to the Powerade top striker, being the player who hit the most sixes in the innings, and that goes to Mr. Akeem Dewar of the Ginger Generals. He hit 4 sixes in his match today. And also we have Mr. Akeem Dewar as the Powerade player of the match for his 35 runs, which really added the much needed impetus to Ginger Generals' inning. Akeem, how does it feel to be adjudged today's man of the match?
It feels great, but most importantly, the team got a win, and we desperately needed that. So it was an all-round team effort. I did my part, and the other guys chip in as well. So.
Okay, so you mentioned that it was a much needed 2 points for the team. So what can we expect going forward from Ginger Generals?
Well, we'll always try to play good cricket, and if we execute, we execute. If not, we'll keep trying. So that's basically it. It's unpredictable. It's T10, so anything can happen on the day. But we'll always look to put our best foot forward.
Thank you. All the best in the remainder of matches.
Thank you.
There you have it. That brings us to the end of today's play here at the National Stadium. Back up to you in the commentary booth.
All right, well, that's it there, and that pulls the curtain down on match day number 7. Looking forward to match day number 8, where the Nutmeg Warriors will be playing the Ginger Generals, and the Saffron Strikers will come up against the Cinnamon Pacers in match number 2 at around 2:30 in the afternoon. But basically, the final story today, the Ginger Generals defeating the Bayleaf Blasters by 20 runs. And what has been a really good day of cricket, Rondell John.
Yeah, really good day. A lot to look forward to. We've just passed the halfway stage in terms of the group stage. And so, it's pretty important for the teams now to sort of assert themselves as to who's going to end up within the top 4. The team on top will want to make sure that they give themselves enough gap so that they can, maybe have a bad game here and there. But outside of that, I think it makes for really interesting cricket for the remainder of the days to come.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to tomorrow. According to our friends at the Met Office, no rain in threat for tonight, so we can expect a nice, good, clean wicket and a nice hard outfield where the ball will race across. And with 2 powerful batting teams carded for match number 1 tomorrow, we're anticipating a whole lot of runs. Please join us because we will be here from about 11:45 waiting on you for more cricketing action at the St. George's Cricket Stadium in beautiful Spice Country, Grenada. Until then, on behalf of Rafel Crony and Clyde Rondell John, my name is Jason Skeet. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of the day.